MC who has a peculiar way of speaking, and he liked to make jokes that we thought was like, I mean, within us, among us monks, we felt that it was so childish and stupid. We felt that way. And when I noticed that reaction in me, I started to question myself, gee, what exactly that it said that I don't like? Wow, it's happening again, you know, as it makes one funny joke, and then inside there's a reaction. And then he makes another one, there's another reaction. So I was asking myself, interesting. What exactly that I don't, what is it exactly that I don't like? Right? And when I question myself that way, I don't suffer so much. Right? And the monk next to me was like, so bad, you know, in Cantonese, so yucky. And I was spending my time, this is interesting. Oh, wow. Why am I reacting to that like that? And after that event, I was told that there was one lady who went with us who enjoyed his jokes. Say, oh, very funny. She said, if you know Hokkien, laugh until my stomach hurts. So same joke, same guy, different reaction. So are we liking or disliking the same thing? Obviously we are not. We have our perception of that guy and she has her own. Same thing. So it is always when you like or dislike something, remember it is not that thing. That thing that's outside, but what's in your mind. When we talk about the First Noble Truth of suffering, after talking about the birth, old age, sickness and death, what's the next one? There are three that are quite similar. What are they? Union with what you don't like, separation from what you like, and getting what you don't want. So that is the gross way of putting it. But when suffering is fully understood, you see that it's actually our own creation that we like or don't like. And actually, in truth, no one else can make us angry. No one. If you get angry, or you feel in any way unhappy, it's your responsibility. Because no one put it there. Things happen, and that's it. Things happen. You're stuck in a jam, okay, that's it. There's this jam, all right? And perhaps jam is also a concept. What happens is that, okay, there's this guy sitting in the car that is not moving. That's all. That's reality. But in your mind, you create a lot of, in Buddhist texts you find the word papancha, mental proliferation. You create stories. Stories like, what's happening? Why is this jam not, why is this traffic not moving? I'm supposed to get there by this time. What would happen if I get there late? And this is not real. This is entirely your own imagination. And as you create more and more of these stories in your mind, the more tense you get, the more you suffer. But the reality is, guy is sitting in the car that's not moving. I'm sitting in the car that's not moving, that's all. That's the truth. And therefore, if you, there is also another term in the Buddhist text, yatha bhutang pasisati. Pasisati is to see. Yatha bhutang, yatha means according to, or just as. Bhuta, bhuta means whatever that is, what is, reality. Seeing according to reality. Seeing, or as many people like to translate this way, seeing things as they are. So if somebody calls you some names, oh, you're such an idiot. What's the reality? Reality is, you hear these words, you're an idiot. That's reality. That's all. But if your mind says, how can you call me an idiot? I'm not an idiot. And therefore you call yourself idiot twice. On top of what he said. So that guy is more merciful than you are. And as you say more and more of this, having more and more of these thoughts in your mind, and you take it as, wow, this is right, I am right, he's wrong. And as you go on, what happens to you? How do you feel? Happy? You start to feel more and more miserable, right? And the truth is that guy just said, you're an idiot. Finish. So when it comes to spiritual development, I think these are good, really good situations whereby you could actually look into your suffering and ask yourself, why am I suffering? What's happening here? If you speak of spiritual development, then you start from your own suffering in order for your own spiritual development. You have to start from your own suffering, not some suffering that's in the books or in a Dhamma Talk CD. You are your own book, the most important book to read. All your issues, all your problems, you start from there. You start from the first noble truth within you, because you can't start from anywhere else. There are, of course, certain Buddhist practices that sort of help you to feel better. Like if you're having no suffering, you do a bit of metta, then it's good. That helps you to feel more comfortable. But ultimately, if you really, really want to free yourself from the suffering, then you still have to go back to that issue and investigate. And the second factor of enlightenment, the second bojjhanga, is Dhamma Vicaya, Dhamma investigation. This is one of the 7 factors of enlightenment. So in order to get enlightened, you have to investigate. And the Dhamma is this phenomena. Phenomena within you in particular. If you're feeling angry, ask, why am I angry? When you're feeling happy, you also can ask yourself, why am I happy? It's investigation. It is with a thorough understanding, and the Buddha did say, suffering is to be fully understood. It is something that you need to do if you want to develop yourself spiritually. And you don't have to go around looking for suffering because it's already within you. Anyone here never suffered before? You don't have to go looking for it, it's already here. Your convenience. And it's so convenient, you don't have to look around for it. It's just there, and wherever you go, it's still there. And you can look at it either as, I hate this, or, wow, this is a good opportunity. Let me look at this. Just that shift of attitude changes it entirely. From one thing that you have to just tolerate or bear, to an opportunity for spiritual development. So in our lives, we will always have such opportunities. At home, in the workplace, between your home and your workplace, with your in-laws,